Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you could tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you could put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandy at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 Stock Charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the philsgang.com Bud Z store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. It sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Soon, very soon, very soon. Well, okay. And just to be clear, we hope this won't take till the end of the year.
Okay.
So we're very focused on it. Big priority for the president. We will get tax reform done. It'll be sweeping. It'll be significant, and it will create a lot of economic growth.
And that's Mnuchin, Steve Mnuchin. Crazy. This was yesterday. And what he did was to come out, make that announcement to get people cranked up to say, okay, hey, this thing is going to happen. We're going to have this tax cut. And in turn, the market rallied. We had this big rally. And I said at the end of the rally, and I told my gang members, I said, don't pay attention. I'm going to tell you tomorrow after this 200-point rally, nothing's going to happen tomorrow. You're not going to see a follow-through. And if you don't see a follow-through of another 100, 150 points, then that's telling you that there's no confirmation. This was just more jibber-jabber. And today, the market's down 22 points. And it just amazes me that this guy comes out and just throws out there something that's not true. He's just trying to pump up and hold up the Trump rally. This is crazy. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. My name is Phil Grandy. Again, remember, tickets are selling quite quickly. Will be filled Wednesday, May 10th. I will be at the Michaels on East here in Sarasota, Florida. And joining me is going to be Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, and Captain Matt Bruce with Bill Buckley. Great lineup. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be discussing President Trump's first 100 days. We're going to, I want to talk a little more about that first 100 days. Yesterday, I was really upset when Mika and Morning Joe said this.
Aside from having absolutely no points on the board
Right.
these first how many ever days domestically, and a lot of failures.
A lot of failures. No points on the board. I went over a few of these yesterday. No points. Are you kidding? There's a lot of points. But here's some of the big points. How about renegotiating NAFTA? That's going to reverse the $181 billion in U.S. trade deficits, which the cost or the loss of this stupid NAFTA has cost us a net 1 million jobs. So by renegotiating it, Trump will have positioned NAFTA where now we're going to reverse that $181 billion in trade deficits. We're going to reverse that million in lost jobs. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a point, don't you? This is crazy. And here's what happened with NAFTA. We lost 1 million jobs so the corporations could save in payroll expense $225 million. That's right. That was the purpose of NAFTA, to save $225 million for companies like Chrysler and companies like GE. Screwed the American worker. But remember, it also displaced more than 1 million Mexican farmers. They lost their jobs too. And even worse, if you recall, NAFTA, it doubled the number of immigrants fleeing from Mexico to the United States. And that cost us at that time $360 million to subsidize them when they got to America. Why? Because an average immigrant coming over the border gets $36,000 in benefits and only contributes $12,000 back. What, are you nuts? You talk about broken promises with NAFTA, this trade agreement. George Bush Sr. and Bill Clinton both pushed NAFTA through because they were getting paid off by GE, Chrysler, Caterpillar, 3M, and all these other companies. It's unbelievable. Now, they promised the employees right before the bill was passed, they promised the employees of these companies to support this bill, they would not lose their job. They promised. In fact, they promised an increase of jobs by 18% over a 3-year period. They said, you support me in this again, I started with Bush Sr., and then Bill Clinton came in. But both said the same thing. They said, look, support me on this. I promise you not only are you going to keep your job, but we're going to increase jobs by 18% over a 3-year period. Well, guess what happened? NAFTA was signed by President Bill Clinton on January 1, 1994. And at that signing, he said again, no American worker will lose their job. Within 7 weeks of that signing and that statement, walking papers were sent to all the employees. They're fired. Unbelievable. And almost immediately, we had trade deficits with Canada and Mexico. And the trade deficits increased by 45%. So what is Mika talking about here? NAFTA, you talk about putting points on the board. What is she, nuts? These liberals are sick. They're mentally ill. They're mentally ill. They can't even give credit where credit's due. I am sick of liberals. I am sick of these conservatives, these right-hand nut conservatives. I'm sick of Republicans. I'm sick of Democrats. Everybody should be independent. And you just make a decision on what is good. Everybody's independent. And we sent to Washington credible people. We sent to Washington our representatives. They only can be in Washington for 2 years the most. So we send a new one. And they do what we tell them to do. Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Try to tell your representative to do something. First, you can't even talk to them. They're like movie stars now. Unbelievable. The trade deficit is killing this country. The trade deficit is killing us because that's where we lost 6 million jobs. Oh, and I love the fact, the weak dollar is a good thing. The weak dollar is a good thing because if the dollar's weak, we can export all our goods overseas, all our monopolies, all our big multinational companies, all of them, McDonald's, everybody can send all their stuff overseas and they can make a lot of money and we're going to create a lot of jobs back here in the United States. What a bunch of nonsense that is. The weak dollar screws us. Until the day that we are oil independent, where we can get our oil from this country, start drilling in Alaska, drill everywhere, get our oil, only then will it be good to have a weak dollar. The problem with a weak dollar right now is sure, we can, if our dollar is weak, we can export more goods overseas. But the problem is, because we still have to buy our oil, if we saved $1 million this month or cut our deficit this month, trade deficit by $1 million, but now we got to go over and we got to buy oil, that $1 million gain is gone. We have to buy 10.1 million barrels of oil a day, every day. And in 1970, I owned an oil distribution company, and I owned a whole bunch of gasoline stations. And I remember, I was a kid. I remember then every politician stood up and said, this will never happen again. We are going to be oil independent within 10 years. It's 40 years later. And the Saudis still have us around the throat. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back. Phil's gang. Join my gang. Best online education system around.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money. The hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're going to try to finish up my ambassador program, my 25 ambassadors. Now, what is that? First of all, we are an online educational system where we teach you how to invest in stocks using technology, using charts, not listening to the nonsense, to the jibber jabbers, to the PE ratios and price to book and profit margin, all this stuff. You don't need to know anything about a company. And we have a program, one program, for people who are just very, very busy, don't have time, discuss it with the stock market. And I do this every once in a while. I'll ask for 25 people where I will give them a chart, my MV2 color-coded chart, so they can follow me for a month. It's a value of $29.95. I give it to you free for a month. You follow me for a month with that free chart. And the only thing you have to do is be a member of the gang. It's $39.95. So I'm looking for 25 people. We have about 12 slots left now. So here's the 14 slots left. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. This is a great opportunity to introduce you to one of the top online educational systems of this country, Phil's Gang, and you're going to learn how to create wealth, not listening to jibber jabbers, but listening to a chart that identifies money flow. The big institutions, when they buy, the stock goes up. And they all decide to buy at the same time. They all get out at the same time. And getting out is the most important thing. Anybody can make money in the stock market because the market goes up 72% of the time. Anybody can make money. A dope can make money. Where you lose money is you don't know when to get out because you're depending on these dopes, these financial advisors, these planners, these people who don't care. They have no fiduciary relationship with you. They don't care. They're not going to tell you when to get out. They want you to stay in because they make money on the size of the fund they manage, not on the money they make for you, not on the returns they make for you. And you're not going to be held captive. Everybody's been held captive. Every stock market crash, people could not ever get out in time. They could never short. They were never allowed to short the market, make money on the way down. Well, I designed my MV2 chart. The algorithms follow the 9 largest banks, follows the insurance companies, the hedge funds. Those are the guys who make decisions to buy. They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on research. So when they buy, we can see it. But here's the key, is when they sell. That's the key. That's where you need that good night's sleep, when they sell. I even put a program together for people who are so busy, who have no time to learn anything, where you can follow me in the same exchange-traded funds I'm invested in. It's not that you give me money. Don't ask you for your money. It's not a fund. But I'm invested in different exchange-traded funds, like gas, like oil, the spiders. And I give you full transparency. I tell you when I'm buying, when I'm selling, when I'm taking profits, I do that every day, little video right at the end of my radio show, so you know exactly what to do. So I'm holding your hand all the way through. This is a perfect thing for somebody who has no time to learn anything. So I got about 14 left, 12 now, 12 to 14. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call now. You sign up for your $39.95, and then you get your free chart to follow me. If you don't want to call, just go to my site, philsgang.com, and you use your code. What was the code we used? Free MV2. Free MV2 is the code. Okay? All right. So let's get started. First of all, hey, let's give you an example. Right now, here's what's going on in the market. Everybody's in a hope mode now. They're trying to keep alive the Trump rally that went up 11% because of the promise that he was going to do this great tax cut and he was going to do this great program, healthcare program that would claw back $1 trillion that Obama, remember, Obamacare wasn't so much a healthcare program as it was a tax revenue program. In 2008, when he took over, the tax revenue in this country was diving. It was going down. Tax revenues were terrible. We were in such a big deficit. We didn't have enough people employed. We lost 8 million people. We lost $42 trillion in net worth. People lost 12 million homes. The country wasn't getting enough tax revenue. We didn't have enough people working. There's the problem. We didn't have enough revenue coming in. So what does he decide to do? He hides. He puts this Obamacare, and then he goes and puts 28 taxes in to raise revenue, $1 trillion, and he doesn't tell anybody. He masks it. So now Trump says he's going to give us this wonderful tax cut. The corporations are going to get tax cuts. People are going to get tax cuts. But he needs to get that tax, get rid of that tax increase, the $1 trillion tax increase on the Obamacare. By repealing Obamacare, you repeal or claw back that tax increase, which only then he can start to build his giant tax cut for corporations. Until he repeals that Obamacare, it'd be awful silly. If he can't repeal Obamacare, that means we got taxes going up on one hand by $1 trillion, and we got another program where he's cutting. What are you, nuts? But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because the caucus, the Freedom Caucus of about 30 people, they're saying, look, these Republicans, they're saying, look, we can't cut taxes. The day that we cut taxes, if we sign that bill right now, the tax bill right now, we're going to lose $1.6 trillion in taxes. They're not going to allow that to happen. So what they're going to say is, all right, we'll do the tax bill, but it's going to be revenue neutral, which means for every tax we cut, we're going to add a tax so that it's neutral, so we don't lose any tax revenue. So that means there's no gains. So they're trying to, again, listen to this. Listen to this.
20,578, that's where the Dow closed. How come it's holding at such a high level? Hope for a tax cut.
Hope for a tax cut. Hope for a tax. I'm not in the hope business. I'm not in the hope business. I'm in the wealth building business. And that's what I'm going to try to do for you. If we listen to these people and we depending on tax cuts and we're depending on all these promises, are you nuts? But we can depend on getting in the stock market exactly at the right time and getting out at the right time. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV chart right now and follow me.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are discussing with the market who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you can tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you can put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandy at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the philsgang.com Bud Z store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you the number so you can join me, be one of the 25 ambassadors, which means that you're going to get a free chart for 30 days. My MV2 color-coded chart is a buy and sell chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. You're going to follow me for 30 days. You have to join the gang. It's $39.95. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. This is a wonderful opportunity. I think we're the best online educational system when it comes to investing than anybody. I think we're the best. And we have a great variety. If you want to be very active, that's terrific. We have wonderful programs for somebody who wants to be very active, but we also have a program for people who say, I'm just really too busy. I can't learn, but I got to create wealth. And I would really like to follow Phil, what he does. If I could just follow and do the same thing he does, that'd be terrific. Well, you can do that now. And I don't know of any online educational system in this country investing in stocks that does that, where you can follow me. And I'm going to give you the same chart that I use, that I developed, that tells me when to buy, tells me when to sell, not only individual stocks, but exchange-traded funds. Right now I have 3 exchange-traded funds I'm personally invested in, and you can follow me on those. It takes 1 minute, 2 minutes a day, that's all. Every day I do a video for you when I'm finished my radio show at the end of the stock market, and I tell you exactly what to do. So when I tell you to get in, you get in. When I tell you to get out, you get out. When I tell you to add to your position, you add to your position. When I tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. I don't guarantee you that you're going to make you a millionaire, but here's what I know that will happen is you're going to get great peace of mind, because when your stock goes up, here, take like gold. This is one of our stocks right here, AUY. When this stock was at $2.45, and she shot up from this, matter of fact, this stock was around, that was around December 23rd. And then she shot up from about $2.40 to about $3.65. That was a nice gain. That was a 48% gain. But let's cut that to a 10% gain. How's that? Because I'm not saying every gang member gets in exactly when it turns green. It gets out exactly when it's red. But I can tell you this, when you get this program and you get it free for 30 days, you'll see that the beautiful thing, it identifies for you when it turns green where the opportunity is to get in. It identifies for you when to get out to preserve that money, that wealth that you created. Nobody else does that. Most of you give it back. So that was so let's say it was even 10%, because not every gang member gets in at the same time. But here's what's more important. When it dropped, it turned red at 347, and then it dropped to 245. Now you tell me that's a 29% drop. 99.99% of retail customers would have never got out. Never. Nobody would have ever called you to tell you to get out. Ever. Do you think your planner would have told you to get out? Nobody would have told you to get out. But here it is, right in front of you. And if you want to feel real comfortable, why don't you just do the exchange-traded funds I'm doing? Follow me with mine. So here it is, 877-600-GANG, $39.95. You join the gang, and you get the chart, which is $29.95 value. You get that free. I'm looking for 25. I'm offering this for 25 folks. I call them my ambassadors. And we have less than 12 left. And the 12 ambassadors are terrific, because when it works for them, they go out and they get another 25 and another 25. It's the best advertising I ever give by giving it free. So check it out. All right, let's talk about what's going on with the market. The stock market right now, this rally that we had, this Trump rally, is still in trouble. It's still in trouble. They have wiped out 5% of the 11% of the Trump rally because of the problems they're having. Because, again, the promise was the big tax cuts. The promise was the Obamacare. They are not going to be able to give it. They're not going to be able to organize it, put together the way it was presented in a way that got Trump elected. In other words, the way Trump presented the tax cut and the repeal of Obamacare, it will never happen. It will never happen. Sure, they'll say they did a tax cut. They'll say they repealed Obamacare. But all they're going to do is put lipstick on it. Now, it's not Trump's fault at all. He's dealing with his Freedom Caucus. They're preventing him from getting that tax cut because they're so nervous with this tax cut that if it goes through, 1.6 trillion gets lost. They lose 1.6 trillion. So what? If you lower the taxes by 1.6 trillion, just like getting rid of all the regulations, then businesses expand. It's just like when Obama refused to cut capital gains tax. And when Bill Clinton refused, he found out he was taking in far less revenue by raising the tax. When he readjusted it downward, his revenue tripled. So it does work. But these 30 individuals, these established Republicans, hate Trump. They want to see him fail. So you can't have on one hand, as I said, a tax increase of $1 trillion that is dovetailed into Obamacare. You got to repeal Obamacare, because if you don't repeal it, that tax increase of $1 trillion stays there, and you can't have another tax cut somewhere else. They cross each other off. Doesn't make any sense. So the Freedom Caucus will make a deal and say, let's do a neutral tax, which means you have to give me, for every tax cut, you got to give me a tax increase. You know, there's more things to this country than the tax cut. We got to fix more things than the tax cut, Obamacare. Trump has to fix Social Security. Trump has to fix the payroll tax. Trump needs to announce, as he did in private as a candidate, that we never had a recovery. That's been a total lie. He has to talk about Social Security, how that was a big lie. Social Security is one of the biggest lies ever. When they passed the Social Security tax, remember, that was only for tax on the rich. Everybody else was not to pay any more than 1% of the first $1,400 income. But then as they got greedy, as Congress spends more and more money, they decided to start cranking up the payroll tax, which is one of the cruelest taxes because it's a tax on labor. Trump should get rid of the payroll tax. That is what would put this economy, start growing this economy to 4% from 1.8%. The first day he was in office, he should have written an order to repatriate the $3 trillion in taxes that are sitting overseas. He should have said to the CEOs, the first day in office, I'm going to cut your tax to 10% from 39%. Bring that money back over. Put it back into our economy. And he should do the same thing with Social Security tax, the cruelest tax. But so what have they done over the years? They kept raising the security tax and Social Security tax. Why did they keep raising it? So that they could make up the difference where Congress, who was being paid by the wealthy to write rules that would save the 1 percentile taxes, tax revenue started to go down on the wealthy because they had money to lobby the Congress, pay them off to write new tax law that would put all kinds of tax loopholes in to save them taxes. So they kept raising the taxes on you and me to make up for it. Trump's got to get rid of the Social Security tax. There's a lot of things we have to do here. You know, I'm afraid he's going to do some more quantitative easing. That'd be the worst thing in the world. That quantitative easing is what screwed this whole economy. That's why we didn't have a recovery. We never had a recovery. But you know what? I can't fix it. You can't fix it. So why don't you join my gang? Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, and get your free chart. Start following me on my chart. We only have about 10 left, so call right now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Hey, gang! Be sure to join Phil Grandy at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer. Called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profit.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software, I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Well, I think right now the basic economy is sound. The economy is doing all right. And certainly we see fewer signs of deflation. So I'm not worried about the health of the economy.
Well, you better worry about the health of the economy. What do you mean it's doing okay? How could the health of the economy be doing well when our CPI is in a hole, our PPI is in a hole, our GDP is in a hole, our durable goods, which is our big ticket items that last 3 or 5 years, negative. Our factory orders are negative. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But does it really matter? No, because see, these guys are going to tell you when they look at a stock, here's what they're going to tell you. Stuff like this here. Let's see if I can find right here. Listen.
Hi, stock is Raytheon, which makes those cruise Tomahawk missiles used on Syria a couple weeks ago.
Raytheon's got its number 2. I like General Dynamics and I like Raytheon.
I like Raytheon. That's what you get. Are you kidding me? So, if you're with me, and this is one of the stocks I'm invested in, you just follow me, because I'm going to give you, of course, my first 25 folks here, a free chart that we sell for $29.95. You're going to get it for free for 4 weeks to follow me, learn how to use it, and you're going to say, wow, this is really good. And then, but all you have to do is sign up for the gang. Just go to philsgang.com, and then we have the code, which is the free MV2 is the code. MV2, free MV2, that's your code. Go to philsgang.com and just put the code in. Free MV2, or call now, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, where they're waiting for your call. You join the gang, get your free chart, and you start, and you follow me. But here's interesting, RTN. This thing is solid red. The institutions are pulling their money out, and he's telling you to get in because they're launching missiles or something, some story to get in. I don't want a story. When I know the 9 biggest banks, the hedge funds, I know that the big insurance companies, the 401k managers are pulling out of RTN, I'm pulling out. When they put their money in, I'm putting my money in. It's that simple. And after 4 weeks following me, and all it takes is like a minute a night, I just do the video and I just tell you do what I'm doing. You're going to love it. Have your kids start. Your kids should start using this. Learn how to invest. Have them just buy the spiders, the 500 best stocks in the world, a basket of them. Just have them start with that. Tell them in high school, that's all they're ever going to do is just invest in one group, just called the spiders, their whole life. They're only going to put money in the spiders, not 401ks, not individual stocks, just the spiders. Okay? And they can follow me till I'm dead. All right? But that's, if you could educate them to say, stay away from Wall Street, never sign up for a 401k. Just put every little bit of money you have in what we call a spider ETF. By the time you're 55 years old, if you start this when you're in high school, by the time you're 55 years old, you'll have enough money to retire, and you'll be in great shape because you don't pay all those terrible, terrible fees in a 401k. 401ks are there to screw you with fees. So RTN, isn't it unbelievable how they do that? They don't care. I mean, it's just unbelievable. All right, so the market right now is now negative 10 points. This market has been in a trading range of 1.5% all week. So we go up one day, we come down one day, up one day, come down one day. We don't care about day to day because with my chart, it gives us a trend. As long as the trend is going in the same direction, we're fine. Here, give you an example. We've been going sideways, so there's not much action going on. So do you remember we started out with, I said, start with me with UNG. Remember the first time I said I need 25 ambassadors, get your chart free? So here's what this group did. So they started with me with my UNG, and some of them made 10%, some of them made 8%, some made 7%. So let's just use the low, 7%. Now remember, the market's been going nowhere, just sideways since we started. Then I said we're going to short the industrials. So right now on the industrials, while we're up, let's say 7%, we use 7%, we'll be real conservative. While we're up 7% on XLI, I made sure I'm managing we're up 7% on UNG, the gas trust. Our XLI is down 1.7, so we're still ahead. My SDS, which is an exchange-traded fund for the spiders, which is inverted, which we're saying is going down, we're even. So we're still ahead with those three in a market that's been doing nothing for 26 days. But see, I'm managing these three, and you follow me. So that's where you'd be right now. You'd be ahead. So you're still ahead, and the market's not doing it. Now, when the market breaks out, that's when you're going to start making your money. But in the meantime, I'm there every day managing our position. Who else will do that for you? Who else? Nobody's going to do that. So 877-600 gang. And if you want to look at some of the returns once the market breaks out, just go to Phil's Gang and go take a look. We have it right under our Phil's Toolbox. Here's Nugget, a 21% gain. GDX, this is when the market breaks out. Remember, we've been going sideways now for 26 days. GDX, 13%. WLL, 33%. RIG, 21%. DB, 14%. FCX, 57%. And Johnson & Johnson, we have two gains. We have 8% on the way up, and I think we have 14% on the way down. So go check it. That's once the market breaks out. So why don't you get your free chart right now, 877-600-GANG, get your free MV2 chart and follow me, and you'll love it, okay? And help me as an ambassador, okay? So be one of my ambassadors. I think we got less than 10 left, so call now before the positions are done. I always do this every once in a while. I enjoy doing that. Okay, let's talk about, again, Trump needs to announce that we never had a recovery. He said that in private. He knows we never had a recovery. This economy never had a recovery. It's impossible to have a recovery when you keep extending unemployment benefits every time they hit the point that's supposed to stop. Do you remember that? Obama kept on increasing the days, up 27 weeks, then 36 weeks, then 99 weeks. You can't keep extending. So we keep talking about two things here. We keep talking about the tax cut, and we keep talking about Obamacare cut. Why don't we talk about some other stuff? He's got to come in and start talking about some other stuff. This is just as important. You got to stop extending unemployment benefits on and on and on, because if you keep doing that, there's a very negative impact on productivity during these spells of unemployment. And we're going to go through another one with our next market crash. And also, in addition, you're reducing the opportunity cost of unemployment. Unemployment benefits lead existing employees to reduce their work effort. For God's sakes, it's the worst thing. It's just like Obama when he disincentivized work. He told people who had a job and they just had a job to get their health care insurance, he said, stop working. You're job locked. If you're just working to make insurance money, to pay enough for insurance, I'm going to give you free insurance. I'm going to tell you to go home. I'm going to give it to you free, and I'm going to redistribute wealth from the guy who wants to work hard, the guy who's working hard. We're going to take money from him and give it to you. This is crazy. You can't create jobs or have a recovery through this thing they called quantitative easing. This whole quantitative easing was a lie, where they printed money, this extra currency, and most of the money went to the banks, to the elitists, to speculate. And the stock market roared up, only taking care of the 1%. The guys on Main Street got killed. They didn't make any money, folks on Main Street. For recovery to happen, you got to get out there and start creating jobs. You got to stop outsourcing jobs. Trump needs to start raising interest rates to stop Congress from spending, not lowering them. The other day when he said, well, we're going to keep them low, I went nuts. I said, what do you mean low? Stop them from spending by raising rates. What are you, crazy? Unbelievable. Now, I can't control any of this, but I can control what I do. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Get your MV2 chart free right now for 30 days that you follow me. It's a $29.95 value. You get it free, but you have to sign up as a gang member, philsgang.com. But you have access to all the gang memberships, assets, everything. All the classes, everything. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. I think we have 10 left, or less than 10. Call right now, and we'll clean this thing up. 877-600-GANG. Call now.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been